There are two main types of ecosystem. The natural ecosystem, which means it is a naturally produced biological environment found in nature. It includes desert, forest, grasslands, lakes, mountains, ponds, rivers, oceans, and etc. The second one is the artificial ecosystem. It is an artificial environment which is created and maintained by man. It includes an aquarium, crop fields, gardens, parks, zoo, and etc.
This place is so peaceful.
Yes, it's so refreshing.
I knew that a change of environment would be good for us.
Environment? Do you mean the things around us, Mrs. Coco?
That's right, Bubbles. The environment in cities is different from the environment here. In cities, we have tall buildings, vehicles, roads, and a lot of pollution. But here, we have trees, beautiful mountains, and the air is clean. Everything around an organism that affects its life is known as its environment. The environment refers to your surroundings, where you live or where you can live. What do you think would make the environment here?
Well, over here, the trees and birds are the living things in this environment. The air, river, and mountains make up the non-living things.
Well done, Bubbles. The living things in our environment are referred to as biotic components of the environment, whereas non-living things that make up an environment are called abiotic components. Let's take a closer look. The biotic components of the environment are sorted into three groups or levels based on their role in the environment. The first group or level are called producers. They make their own food in the presence of sunlight by a process called photosynthesis.
You mean plants?
Yes, very good. All plants are producers since they produce their own food and are a source of food for other living things.
But Mrs. Coco, humans can also produce food by cooking, and since they are a source of food for lions, they must also be producers.
No, Bubbles. Plants use non-living things in their environment like water and sunlight to make their own food. Humans, however, can't produce food by taking in sunlight and water. They need to eat plants and animals, which brings us to the next level, consumers. Animals and humans that cannot make their own food and depend on other living things are called consumers. Consumers include all living things that eat plants or other animals.
Oh, does that include bacteria?
That's a very good question, Bubbles. No, bacteria belong to a level of their own. Do you know what happens when plants or animals die?
They disappear after a certain time.
Exactly. The remains of dead animals and plants disappear because they become food for decomposers. Decomposers like bacteria, fungi, and other microscopic organisms break down the remains of dead animals and plants into nutrients important for the soil. These nutrients present in the soil are then absorbed by plants to produce food once again. This brings us to abiotic components. Soil, water, air, light, and temperature are all examples of the non-living or abiotic components of the environment. All biotic components need them for survival. For example, we need air to breathe. Plants need water and nutrients from the soil to grow. Different temperatures have different effects on both plants and animals. And without light, we wouldn't be able to see anything.